Guess what? I finished my finals. Woo! Yep. And now that I'm finished them, I am free to make tons of videos. And I'll probably do an update video in the next day or so, just saying what you guys have in store now that I am free and can do lots of time. But first, I just want to do this video. My thoughts going to be there's 3 movies coming out tomorrow that I just need to do my thoughts going into before they hit theaters because they're all movies I have some interest in. And some interest in whether or not they'll all condense it all into this one video or spread it out will just depend on how long it goes. But let's get started. So the first my thoughts going into I want to do is for The Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return. But before I get into that, I'm just real quick going to sum up my thoughts on the other 3 Oz movies. Wizard of Oz, of course, classic. I don't love it, but I definitely appreciate it. I understand what it means to a lot of people in the cinema, and I can respect it as this classic masterpiece of film. I don't love it, but I definitely understand why it is what it is. Return to Oz is interesting. I'm not gushing over it the way Doug Walker is, but it's definitely an intriguing film. One that I definitely worth a watch. Oz the Great and Powerful. I was alright with it. But for what it was, for what I thought it was going to be, which was awful, I'm surprised it didn't suck, and it's decent. Again, I thought it was going to be terrible, but it wasn't, so props to the movie for that. And to be fair, it was much better than Alice in Wonderland. So that being said, how do I think this movie's going to turn out? Meh. It looks like a really dumb little kids movie. Like, on Netflix how there's all those animated movies for little kids, ones that you've never heard of. Like, there's that one movie, I forget the name of it. It's like Kung Fu. It's a title reminds me a lot of Kung Fu Panda, but it's like seems really lame. It seems like one of those movies, that dumb CGI movie on Netflix. And it just feels like a movie that the only people who are going to go watch or care about this movie is little kids. Anyone else will just... When I say little kids, I'm not talking kids. I mean, toddlers. Little kids. Kids, if parents are looking for a movie to take their, son who's in kindergarten or first grade to see, this is the movie they're going to take him to see. That little. And it's just way too little kiddish and cartoony for me. Also, too, in the trend of, let's have every character in this movie be voiced by a celebrity, and the off chance we'll get money, which makes no sense because they're targeting for little kids, yet they have celebrities. How many little kids are going to care who the celebrity is? I mean, if you're going for a more general audience, it makes sense. Like with DreamWorks, it makes sense because they're going for a more general audience. So, with the celebrities there, it'll mean something because, you're trying to get teens and olds, people who actually know who the celebrities are, but here it makes no sense. So, and then also it's called Legends of Oz, which clearly implies that they want to make a franchise out of this movie. So whether or not, it'll depend on whether or not it's going to make money. Speaking of which, I predict this movie's going to bomb for a bunch of reasons. First off, this movie, I haven't seen that much promotion for it. I mean, I said the same thing about Frozen, but Frozen was a Disney movie. I mean, I underestimate how big of a splash a Disney movie can make. This is just a movie, it's geared towards little kids, there isn't much marketing, and it's May, and May is packed. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys realize just how many movies are coming out in May. Big summer blockbusters are coming out in May. I'd say movies, but there's a bunch of movies that come out every week, but when I say movies, I mean big summer blockbusters, movies that people are making and they want everyone to go see. There's a lot of them coming out in May. I would list them. There's too many to list. There's X-Men. There's Maleficent. There's Spider-Man. All these big movies that everyone's going to go see. And here's the thing. There's There's a bunch of kids out there. Most of the kids are probably gonna look at this and be like, I'd like to see that, but Spider-Man! I want to go see Maleficent. Even kids will be diverted. Again, I'm pretty sure kids are gonna go for more general audiences. So they're only going to get little kids, and then maybe like the few kids who have the inability to realize that they're watching a dumb little kids movie. But again, it could not be a dumb little kids movie. I mean, Beyond the Trailer said she surprisingly loved it, which, again, film is subjective. I mean, Beyond the Trailer has disagreed with, has liked movies that everyone else hated, like Gravity and Frozen. No, the point is, Beyond the Trailer, just because Beyond the Trailer says something is good or bad doesn't necessarily mean that. Like, she doesn't like Gravity and she doesn't like Frozen, whereas I love Gravity and Frozen. So, again, film is subjective, but I digress. So, again, I think the film's gonna bomb. Just, again, it's gonna get lost in the shuffle. It's only gonna get the little kids. Kids are mostly gonna probably choose the big general audience movies. The only way this movie could make any real money is it needs a really strong word of mouth. Like, it needs to get really good reviews. People need to see this movie, love it, and be telling everyone to go see it. Very similar to happen to Frozen, although I doubt it's gonna happen. So will I go see this movie? No, I will not. Again, doesn't look like my flick. Plus, there's way too many big movies coming out. I mean, I need to go see. I'm probably going to go see Amazing Spider-Man 2 this weekend. Also, there's a bunch of other films coming out. Coming out. We have X-Men. We got a bunch of other stuff. So I'll see it eventually and review it, mainly for the purposes of just reviewing all the animated films that come out this year. But I'm not going to be rushing out to go in theaters and see it. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention before, I have written reviews of Return to Oz and Oz the Great and Powerful. There'll be a link to those in the description if anyone's curious, if you want a more detailed description of what I thought of those movies, you can check out there. But yeah, so I won't go rushing out to see it because there are way too many other big movies coming out. Speaking of which, that's the segue into my thoughts going into movie, Neighbors, which I don't have as much to say on it. I'm a little skeptical of it because, comedies are, especially, films are subjective, and I find comedy is especially subjective, because everyone has different styles of humor. I saw the trailer for this, I remember, it was like when I went to go see Anchorman 2 in theaters, I saw it. Looks funny, but at the same time, I'm skeptical. I mean, the thing about comedies is you never know how funny it's going to be until you see it in the theaters, because with the trailers, you don't know. Are they giving away all the good jokes in the trailer? Because if a movie's funny in the trailer, that may not necessarily mean it's funny in the movie, because they could just be giving away all the really good jokes in the trailer. And at the same time, just because there's nothing funny in the trailer doesn't mean it'll be bad. I mean, they could be saving all the good, funny jokes for the film. Or there could be nothing funny in the movie. You never know. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be good, but I don't know. I mean, it's done by the same guys who did This Is the End, which is a movie I wanted to see, but I never got to. I keep hearing it's really funny, and it looks really funny, and if I ever get a chance, I'm going to try and check it out at some point. But yeah. So with this movie, in regards to money, I think it'll do fine. It should make money. Again, it might just get lost in the shuffle because there's so much coming out in May. What will give it an edge if it's getting a really strong word of mouth, like if people go see it opening weekend and love it, like everyone loves it, and everyone goes sees it opening weekend and loves it. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I hate it when that happens. And loves it. It's getting really good reviews. Again, very similar to happened to Frozen. It will do really well. If not, it's gonna get lost in this shuffle. And last time I checked, and again, this is done by the same guys who did This Is the End. And I don't think This Is the End was a huge hit at the box office, and I'm bringing it up right now. Yeah, it only made $126 million. So it had a really small budget, so that's okay, but again, it really didn't make that much, and I don't think there was I forget how much competition was in June, but it could have just lost money to Man of Steel. I don't know, but I digress. But the point is that again, it's really hard to make a splash. This movie needs really strong word of mouth to get anywhere. And if it does, then it'll make tons of money. If not, it'll do okay. Will I go see it? It depends. I would like to. I mean, it seems to be getting a pretty good word of mouth. I mean, this one guy at AMC says, John Campea says he loves it. Jeremy Johns said he'd buy it on Blu-ray, and I know I just said that film is subjective, and just because one person likes something doesn't necessarily mean I will. Like Jeremy Johns said, Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug was awesome taco, and I did not like it. But sometimes reviews are good. Like I like to use reviews when I'm on the fence. If I'm like on the fence as to whether or not I want to go see a movie, I'll look at the reviews as my guiding point. Like Divergent, like I was on the fence of whether or not to see that, and it got terrible reviews, so I decided not to. If I'm dead set on seeing a movie, I will go see it regardless of what the reviews are. Like Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's getting mixed reviews right now. I'm still gonna go see it. I'm still want to check it out. I'm still curious to see what it is and give my 2 cents on it. Again, I'm not gonna look at a review and let it sway me. I'm gonna watch it and judge it myself because I'm interested in superhero movies. But I digress. So again, like whether or not I see Neighbors, it's gonna depend a lot on. If I can, I would like to, but the thing is, again, there's just so much coming out this summer, this month especially, that I may not just get a chance to. Again, if I do, cool. If not, probably won't. Which, again, is probably going to affect why a lot of movies make what they make this summer. But yeah, but I will definitely try to check it out at some point. Like, if I don't get a chance to see it in theaters, I'll probably check it out when it comes out on DVD. When it comes out on DVD or on demand. Like, I'll definitely check out that. And the last movie, real quick, I really don't have this much to say on it, is Frank. I saw the trailer. The movie looks really interesting. I don't know if it'll make that much money, because, again, summer clusterfuck. It hasn't been getting too much ads. Would take really good word of mouth and advertising to get it out there. But I don't think it's going to do it. Would love to go see it, but unfortunately, I think it'll bomb. No, not bomb. I would love to go see it, but there's just way too much coming out. And yeah, those are my thoughts on all this film. So, I'm blanking out. Legends of Oz, Dorothy Returns, Neighbors, and Frank. Do any of these movies intrigue you whatsoever? Or are you like me? It's like, I'd like to go see some of them, but at the same time, it's like, we got this coming out. Please comment below and let me know. And stay tuned, as always, because now that my finals are done, I'll upload much more regularly. And again, I will be doing an update video at some point, just letting you guys know what specifically I have in mind to do now that I have all this time on my hands. And yes, I do have and yes, that includes Powerpuff Girls vlogs. So until then, stay tuned. This is JStars360 signing out. And let the summer movies, well, it already began last week, but for me, it's about to get started. So, yeah, let's hope for an awesome summer movie season. JStars360 signing out.